everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to be sharing a really easy 3-course meal with you all. It's Mother's Day on Sunday and I thought maybe if you showed this to your partner or your kids, then maybe they could surprise you on Sunday with this meal. This is completely kid friendly, so with a little bit of help from an adult, if there's any chopping, then your kids can get involved with this. It'll be loads and loads of fun and just an activity to do on Sunday together. So I know it sounds weird, but I'm going to start off with my dessert. The reason I'm going to do that is because you can prep this in advance and then you can pop them in your fridge and then heat them through when you are ready to serve them. So I'm going to be making some jam tarts. Perfect for Mother's Day as the jam is obviously red, which kind of symbolises love, I suppose. So what I have got here is I've got some short crust pastry. I'm not going to make my own because this is a simple meal, remember? So I'm just going to roll out my short crust pastry, and then I have got myself a fork here and I'm just going to prick the short crust pastry all over. The reason I'm going to do this is because once you put it into the oven, you just want to sort of blind bake your short crust pastry first of all. And by adding these holes in it, it's just going to make sure the heat's getting into all of the pastry and it doesn't burn any areas and not cook other areas. So once you've done that, you then want to get a little cookie cutter. I have got a heart-shaped cookie cutter. If you have a round one, if you have a star one, just use whatever you have got. And then I'm just going to go through and cut out heart shapes in my short crust pastry, ready to form them into little boats. So once you have cut that out of the short crust pastry, you then just want to remove the excess bit, but don't get rid of this because you can just roll that back up and then form it into a little shape to put it onto the top of your pie. So on this parchment paper, I'm just going to transfer that straight onto a baking tray. I have got these little silicone cupcake holders. You can pop them in there, which works really well, you can see, because it keeps the nice heart shape. Once short crust pastry is in their little cases, you want to put them into the oven on 180 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes to blind bake. These have now been in the oven for 15 minutes and they have cooled down as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some jam. I bought some really nice jam here and I'm just going to put a little dollop in the middle of each of these hearts, and then you're ready to just set them to one side. You can either keep them out on the side if you're going to use them within a couple of hours, or you can put them in your fridge instead, completely up to you. And then when you're ready to serve them, you just want to pop them back into your oven for about 5 to 10 minutes on 160 to warm them through. So dessert is now made and to one side, ready for you to just heat through in the oven. So now we're going to get on with our starter. We're going to be making a tomato and mozzarella starter. So what you're going to need for this is some beef tomatoes. You're going to want a bag of mozzarella cheese, and you're also going to want some salt and pepper, really good olive oil, and some basil as well. So to start with, we're going to get our tomatoes and you want to be quite generous with the thickness of the slices of your tomato. You don't want to do them too thin, otherwise you just won't look as nice. And then I'm going to get my mozzarella as well and drain it out of the bag. And then again, I'm going to do some nice thick slices of my mozzarella too. And then to arrange this, you just want to get a smallish plate. You don't want to get a big plate because then I just feel like the tomatoes just get lost in it. And then you just want to lay tomato, then some mozzarella, then tomato again, another chunk of mozzarella, and keep doing that until you've used a whole tomato. We're then just going to finish this off with some really nice extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and finally a nice little bit of basil. I think that is such an effective starter. It looks delicious, it tastes delicious, it's so fresh, and it takes minutes to make. Starter done. So the final part of this is to make your main dish. So this is the bit that's going to take a little bit longer, but it's literally a 10-minute meal. We're going to be making a really nice smoked salmon linguine dish. So what I have got is I've got some fresh linguine. This literally goes in your water for 5 minutes and it's done. I have got some smoked salmon. I've got 3 cloves of garlic. I've got a white wine stock cube. If you don't have this, then if you have some white wine to just add in, that's perfect. If not, you can just leave it out, completely up to you. I've got some creme fraiche, and I have also got some veggie stock here, as well as some salt and pepper and olive oil as well. So I'm going to just start off by putting my linguine into a pot of boiling water to let it cook through. So while your linguine is cooking, we're now going to make up the sauce. So I'm going to put in some olive oil to my pan, and I'm just going to heat it through. While that's heating, I'm going to peel my garlic, and then I'm going to get my garlic crusher and you want to just crush it into your pan so that you can kind of saute it for a couple of moments. After a couple of minutes of your garlic being in your pan, you're then ready to add in your creme fraiche. I am going to put in 200 mils of creme fraiche. Along with that, I'm also going to put in 300 mils of veggie stock as well, and then just let the creme fraiche kind of like diffuse into my stock. And I'm also going to add in my white wine stock cube. My linguine is nearly ready, and my sauce has all come together really nicely and has thickened up a little bit as well. So what I have done here with my smoked salmon is I have just cut the whole pack into little strips, and I'm just going to put it straight into my sauce. Once your linguine is ready, you then just want to drain off any excess water, and then you want to put all of the pasta into your sauce and mix it together, combining it really well to make sure your sauce is coating your linguine really nicely. Once you've done that, you are then ready to dish up. I like to scatter a little bit of parsley on top of this once I have dished up, because I just think it looks so nice, a little bit of greenery on top, and then your meal is ready to serve up to your parent. So there you have your perfect, easy Mother's Day meal. You've got a tomato mozzarella salad to start, you have got a salmon linguine for main, and then you've got some jam tarts for dessert. I will list all of the ingredients that I have used down below in my description box. I hope you have a lovely day. Let me know if you give this meal a try, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!